Don't worry. Yep.
All right, what's up, everyone? This is Turkey Talks, episode 12, alongside my co-host here, Maddox Carey, and we got Mr. Calvacino here in the building. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
2009 graduate from Valley View. You started, we had to do a take two here with a coach because I did coach many years ago. It was what Coach Bob did with the strength and conditioning. Right after graduation, Coach Reese actually asked me to help him with the freshman team. That's how I started down here and then took over for Mr. Capolini, who was a phys ed teacher, kind of a mentor to me and what I went to Marywood for. And fast forward was a lot of your guys' phys ed teacher at the intermediate school after starting out in the high school. And now full circle back to the high school, and to see you guys feels like I'm going through school all over again with you guys from those years till now. So it's been really neat to see that whole group kind of mature and all the things you guys have been able to accomplish. I don't take that for granted to have that opportunity.
Of course. All right, so here's how this is going to go. We're going to do what we usually do. We're going to get into our 3 to 4 questions. Maddox over here will ask a few. I'll ask a few. So let's get straight into it. All right. So, Mr. Calvacino, back in the day, you scored 1,000 points in basketball. Tell me about what was the best thing about scoring 1,000 points for the program.
So Mr. Reese gave me a tip that this may be a question that was asked. And we actually had a faculty meeting today, and it's something you don't really think about much until we just had Cora reach that 1,000-point mark, and then your name kind of gets mentioned again, or if kids are walking through the commons. Mr. Pagula actually was my coach for basketball at the time, and things were a little different then. I actually played freshman year, 8th grade. I was played up on the freshman team, and then I'm thinking I'm going to get pulled up to the varsity team as a freshman, and they kept me down on the freshman team again for 2 years. So Sophomore year, I came off the bench. I really didn't start to my junior year. So looking back on it, to kind of have that milestone in 2.5 years, but not start until a junior is probably what I'm most proud of there. But if you look at the numbers, I barely got there. I was a little over 1,000. Just I know leading up to that game is later in the season. There is a little bit of pressure. People are talking about it. And I just remember kind of going into that game, and you could ask anybody, I'd always love to shoot. You're timid because the lights and the pressure are kind of on you there, and you don't want to shoot every time and have that pressure. And it was getting later into the game, and it was a fast break, and I tried to go up, and to this day, Mr. Regula thinks I could have dunked it. I didn't want to go up and hit the front of the rim trying to dunk it.
Yeah.
But it was a layup, and it was against Mid Valley on the road, so that was always fun too against the rival.
Mm-hmm. All right, Maddox, got anything?
Oh, I heard you're in the cars. What is the most expensive car you have purchased?
So we get asked this a lot. My buddy Corey Panettiere had a podcast with that. It varies. I mean, you never really know. I mean, it's always changing. I try to tell everybody it's like a stock is how we kind of operate the business. And some days stock's worth so much, the next day or years later it's so much. There's some that we have for just a couple days, weeks, or some we have for years. And it's kind of one of those things where if you buy a stock and you think long term it's going to be valuable and it's going to have a good return, those are the ones you try to hold on to. But there's so much more that's involved with the business, where you have to kind of strategically plan and make certain decisions, and sometimes it's not always what you want in the moment, but it's best long term. My favorite cars, we do a lot with modern domestic muscle cars, so a lot with the Vipers, Corvettes. My dad did it years back, a lot of classic and muscle cars, and a lot of the guys who were buying his cars were getting older, and I said, Dad, I don't want to sell cars to guys who are like 70, 80 years old. Like, what are we going to do here? So transition the business to stuff that I grew up with and know, and it's just more of a younger audience, and it goes to some of the older populations as well. But it's I didn't get into the cars until I was in my late 20s. Like when I was your guys' age, I really didn't have much interest with it. I was around it, but I always kept pushing it off. I said, I'll do it after high school. I'll do it after college, because I didn't really love the cars he dealt with because I didn't know a lot about them. But then when we were able to kind of transition and he gave me more responsibility with it to deal in what I liked, that's kind of what got me more interested to kind of take it to where we've taken it to.
All right, I'll ask another question here. Assistant principal at Valley View. At your position, what is like your favorite thing about your job? What do you like most? What got you into it? And like, what would you say like gave you the courage to keep doing it to this day?
So I had to go back for your continuing education credits when I was in phys ed, and I just figured if I'm going to do this, I might as well do something that maybe can take me to a different position or a different level, because there's different classes you could take and just be done and teach. So went back for admin, and that was while I was coaching down here and teaching, but love the kids. As an assistant principal role, you're dealing more with the students than the teachers and adults. Not to say that you don't deal with the teachers, but it's more so the discipline and stuff with the kids, and that's the best part of it. And like I said, I was a little reluctant to take the position because I loved what I was doing with phys ed, but knowing the group that you guys were and the groups ahead of you and behind you, to have you coming through the high school again, knowing all of those kids, like to this day, Mr. Bagul or some of the guidance counselors may say, hey, do you know so-and-so? And like, I know all you guys because I was able to have you for 3 years at the intermediate school. So that to me is the best part. Like, it wasn't me going to another school trying to learn new kids or a new way of how things are done. To have that same group again is really cool to see you guys from that point to now. And even then, I mean, Mr. Durkin was our principal there. You could kind of see the success coming for that group of students.
All All right, Maddox, got anything else good?
Oh, I heard you just became a father. What is the best part of being a father?
Yeah, that's that's funny. Yeah, it's great. We have a little 8-month son. So happy, always in a good mood. Definitely my kid because he gets hangry if he's not getting fed and on his schedule. But no, and they say, I mean, you guys hear this all the time. It's until you're in that position and you experience it. Walk in the door every day and seeing him there and smiling, it's awesome. There's no words that can fully express that. We appreciate it.
All right, last question here. This question came in from somebody within the football program. I'm not going to say who, but so he started 4 games at quarterback during high school football. You got benched.
Yes.
What was the reason you got benched?
All right, so my sophomore year, that was Coach Bazzali's last year, so we was in that transition period.
Mm-hmm.
We had a very good team, but there was a lot of hostility within the community for what was going on at that point in time. And I remember, I tell this story because and you guys will see, like, you don't remember everything with sports, but there's certain moments in time that just are in your head. And I remember before our playoff game against Wyoming area, we're running sprints on the field towards the concession stands, and Coach Krempowski was our secondary coach at the time, and he was on me all the time. I'm not going to say he didn't like me, but he really was a coach that rode me. And he was standing on there, and he said, it doesn't matter if we win the state championship, we're not going to be back next year. That kind of like stuck with us of like, wow, this is like a big deal, like to win a state championship and you're not going to come back to coach. So fast forward to the following year. My sophomore year, I did play quarterback a little bit with Mark DeLeo. Coming into junior year, I won the starting position, but there was some definitely heat on Coach who wanted to win early, and we did not win early. And he came to me, I think it was during the Abington game, and said, like, if there's a chance where we may make a change. And I knew it, but I used that as motivation for basketball, and I said, like, I'm not going to let that dictate how my other sports are going to go. But I always come back and I joke with Coach Reese, and I say that was Coach Shawanit's worst decision. If he had to do it all over again, I know he put me there.
All right, that'll conclude the questions, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Mr. What's your name?
Mr. Calicino.
Mr. Calicino. And we got Maddox Carey over here. Thank you guys for watching. Excuse me for getting the name, but we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. All right, next segment here on Turkey Talks, still episode 12. We got Coach Bob as the co-host this time. Maddox Carey is out of here, but we got Coach Bob to replace him. He should be the guy, but we'll not get into that. We got Kim Evans over here, yoga instructor, Valley View. What does it mean to be on the podcast today?
I am really, really excited to be on the podcast today. It's been such an exciting thing to see all the stars so far. So I really hope I can live up to the expectations.
All right, so here's how we're going to do the same thing as last time. Regular questions, 2 to 3 questions each, and we'll get straight into it. I'll start it off. I'm not going to call you Mom. She's my mother, by the way. Kim, what would you say was your highlight of last year teaching yoga, or just overall the past 2 years just teaching yoga to the program?
It's been really exciting.
This could be football or softball. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Both of the programs have been very exciting to instruct. It's very different instructing for the football team as opposed to the softball team for obvious reasons. But I'd have to say, obviously, teaching my sons is the highlight of it, because I don't know if you and Ben would have practiced yoga with me if I was not your instructor in this regard.
No. All right, Bob, next question.
Do you have any embarrassing stories or funny stories about Luke and Ben that you could tell us?
You're not telling embarrassing stories, please.
Embarrassing stories? Well, I mean, I think there were some scuffles through the years. When you have twins and they're 2 boys, there's some scuffles. So we've had to break up a few. But not really embarrassing stories. They did the cutest things ever, like any other any other children, but when you have two little boys at the same time, and I dress them the same all the time, so it was the cutest thing in the world to see two little nuggets dressed exactly the same.
All right. I'm gonna ask you another question about your yoga. So you used to teach at the YMCA, Carbondale YMCA. You taught a bunch of the older audience.
Yes.
Would you rather teach at Carbondale? Would you rather teach at Valley View?
Well, it's quite different. When you're teaching an older audience, I would say that you have to be a little kinder, gentler. I really enjoy teaching high-level athletes because it's a little more stimulating for me. You get to do more vigorous routines. But both populations, our goal in yoga is health and preventative exercise to keep the things that you don't traditionally condition are the things that we really focus on yoga. Like, for instance, balance and foot posture is going to make the older population healthy by not having falls. But when you're teaching a high-level athlete, as we do in our varsity program, you're preventing injuries. So both of them are really exciting. But I'm going to say I have to say teaching at Valley View is a little bit more fun.
Of course. All right. Next question.
How'd you get involved in yoga?
In Wilkes University, I took as many gym classes as they would let me, and yoga was offered as a gym class. I was a dancer. I was a ballerina and a cheerleader before I ever was introduced to yoga. So yoga was one of the gym classes I took at Wilkes University, and it really pairs well with dancing. So like the balance, the strength, the core is very similar. And I have to say, like, because I took that gym class, it was really infectious. And here we are 30 years later, and it's still the highlight of my life.
So you're saying the highlight of your life is not being a business owner of the Kimmy in OFM, Pennsylvania?
My job is my job, and I enjoy my job, but I would say my passion is more so yoga. If that could have been my main career, that would have been ideal. But it's not as lucrative as business.
All right. Coach Bob, want to get to the next one?
Yes. I want you to describe these kids in one word. Kids that are going to be seniors that you know. Eddie.
Eddie is entertaining.
Brady Cunningham.
Oh, charming.
Yeah. Jeff Wasilchak.
Dedicated and so humble at the same time.
Mr. Wascara.
Mr. Wascora is...
Be honest.
He is a favorite of mine. He's a really good kid, and I've enjoyed watching him grow up.
Wow.
All right. I'll ask one more question here. Obviously, Ben was on the podcast like 6 or 7 episodes ago. I don't know if you would like to say who is the favorite child, but who do you think is the better child, Ben or Luke?
Oh, gosh. It depends on the day. I would have to say Luke is just so neat and responsible.
Wow.
He is a lot easier in that regard. Ben, I think, puts up with my sense of humor and is a little bit sillier. And he does love to cook. In fact, today I woke up to chocolate-covered strawberries made in the middle of the night. So Ben has some cooking talent. As for a favorite, I don't think you could have a favorite child. It's impossible to have a favorite child. Do I get mad at you at different times? Yeah, but I would say you're both my favorite, and you're equal in my love.
on the football field.
Okay.
I asked these questions between who
I was gonna
has
ask
the better
I was gonna
hands?
ask this one.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You cut to the chase on me. Who has the better hands? Me or Ben? Do not say Ben.
It has to be Luke.
Okay, under duress, it is Luke. Yeah, Luke has great hands. I'm going to say Ben's a little bit faster, though.
If you watched the previous episode, I beat him in 1v1 goal line fades, so do not even. I will forever be better than Ben. Ben cannot compete with me. All right, this has been Turkey Talks episode 12 segment with Kim Evans over here, yoga instructor at Valley View for the softball and football program. As always, Coach Bob over here. Thank you guys for watching, and with that being said, we'll get right into the next segment.
Rubo knows how to bench press. Rubo knows how to climb. I broke the belt. Ruben knows how to throw dimes. Ruben knows how to box jump. Ruben knows how to block. Ruben knows how to catch. Ruben knows how to rope. Most of all, Ruben knows how to eat. Welcome to week 12 of Turkey Talks. So today I have a special guest, Mr. Sweeney. How do you feel about being on Turkey Talks this week?
Well, I watched a few episodes. I've seen the interviews before me, and they were absolutely outstanding. I'm thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me. But this is where the real action is. I mean, let's be honest. The food review is the most important part of Turkey
Yes,
Talks.
yes it is.
I mean, everybody did a great job, but this is life right here.
Yeah, let's
The ape scares me, though. I'm a little bit, he worries me.
yeah, so I have a few questions for you. So I heard you love food. So that's what I heard. So what's your favorite food?
Well, I'm half Italian, half Irish, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Italian blend. Nothing seafood. You can't have any seafood, but you give me a big plate of pasta and some meatballs, and I'm in
Yeah,
heaven.
that's great. That's a great answer. What? I'm gonna go a little to a different type of area. How did you get into education?
Well, I started at Lackawanna Junior College, and then I went to Westchester, where I played baseball. And it was my junior year. I was a finance major, and the coach came up to me when we were working camp and said, you'd probably be better off being a teacher. So I went for health and phys ed, switched my major, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite part about being the principal of the middle school in Valley View?
Well, we have a great building. We have a great bunch of kids in there, and I love the uncertainty of, walking in, you never know.
Yeah.
No 2 days are the same. So it's
Yes.
really a great job, a great building, and, I'm very thankful for, Valley View.
Yes. So let's get right into
Let's do this, Rod. This is it.
So I have this hoagie from Steve and Irene's I got today. So
Great choice.
yes. Let's get it right here. We don't really got utensils, so we're just gonna eat it like.
Caveman. We got to be like, why?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That thing is massive. That is awesome.
Want to grab one?
Yeah, certainly. How long is it sitting in your car for? Is it? All right. There we go.
Gotta go out. All right. Right.
Now, what's the procedure here? Is there like a certain?
Just eat.
That's it.
That's all we do. Eat.
And you don't need to know about the bread and the meats
Well,
and
you
cheeses.
could see whatever you could say whatever you think about it.
Well, I
mean,
see it's a seeded bun, a little poppy seed, so I'm very happy with
it's a
with your
garlic
choice.
bread bun.
It's a garlic-
bread.
All right, let's dig in. Oh, wow. The gorilla behind me is agreeing with this. Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
You expect me to eat the whole thing or just,
Whatever you
oh my God. Listen, well, thanks. I mean, this is, And what's the name of the hoagie?
The Chuck Wagon.
The Truck Wagon from Steve and Irene's. Wow.
Good.
No napkins, nothing? Just,
We have napkins.
all right, well, just caveman style.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts of this?
Well, the bread, the diced onion, the tomato that's in there, absolutely outstanding.
100%. It's
I mean,
great.
My God,
Well,
it's not a neat hoagie, I can tell you that.
I agree with I agree what he said. I'm gonna give it a good score of probably an 8. So yeah, what do you think?
I'm going to go 9.3.
9.3. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a great score. So 2 weeks ago we had Mr. Durkin on here, and he said you'll eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
So today we made a trip to the Giant, and we have a little thing that you could do. Do you think you can eat a bite of this pepper?
This is the challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, this is man versus food. Absolutely outstanding. Here, try it.
I don't want to.
No, come on. I'm Italian. I have to love peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I think you should have got the hot peppers. I'm just saying.
I know.
But I really appreciate you having me on the show today.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have you on. So, yeah, I think I'm doing trivia against you. So,
No, Mr. Durkin's up for trivia.
no,
Yeah.
I think I'm doing it with you.
I was requested that it's him because I have to get out because the ape is scaring me right now. So I'm a little bit, by the freak.
Okay, I guess I'm doing it with
Mr.
No,
Durkin is
you know
up
what?
next.
No, we had Mr. Calicino on, so I'm going to do trivia with him today.
All right.
I was told it was.
Mr. Rubel,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yes,
It's been a pleasure.
Honor to be with you.
Where's Albert?
Oh,
We're
please.
gonna bring Albert.
I'll bring my dog for the podcast anytime you guys want.
All right, see you next week on Turkey Talk.
All right, welcome to Turkey Talks. This is the trivia segment. We have Rubel versus Mr. Cal. So as always, if you hear this sound, Rubel gets it first, and if you hear this sound, Mr. Cal gets it first. So here we go. Question number 1: what is a triple double?
In basketball, you need to have over 10 points, rebounds, assists, blocks in 3 of those categories.
Correct. 1-0. 1-0 Rubel. Rubel's coming off a win. This is rare. Here we go.
1-0, Mr. Cal.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Not Rubel.
Sorry. 1-0. Which 4 presidents are on Mount Rushmore?
Roosevelt, Washington, Lincoln, and Jefferson.
Correct.
Nice job.
1-1. 1-1. Here we go. Question number 3. Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Correct. 2-1.
Wow.
2-1 Rubel. Here we go. Question number 4. What is the name of the largest planet in our solar system?
Jupiter.
Correct. 2-2. Here we go. To break the ice. Who is McDonald's mascot?
Ronald McDonald.
3-2. Mr. Cal wins it. Rubel's back on the losing train. See you on the next segment of Turkey Talk.
All right, this has been Turkey Talks, episode 12. Alongside my co-host, as always, Coach Bob, and Rubel's Food Reviews over here. As always, Gorilla Harambe over here. And we got the Rooster as always. Thank you guys for watching. As you see, Turkey Talks shirt right here. Just got some new shirts, maybe some merchandise in the future. We don't know, but
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching though, and stay tuned to the next episode, I guess.